Hello everyone. So this is the new video on the series of robotic process automation, and in this video we are going to look at the components that we have in Blueprism. So without wasting any time, let's look into it. So as soon as you open Blueprism, you will be offered this home page. So in the home page itself, you will see a lot of tiles, for example, workforce availability, total automations, queue volumes, and the largest database tables. And you can also zoom into those individual tiles as well, right? So this is basically the default dashboard, and you can also create custom dashboards by yourself or as per your usage, which we'll see later on in this series. Now this is about the home page. This is one of the component of Blueprism. Now if we talk about the studio, so as soon as you click on the studio, you will be offered two options, processes and objects. So basically there are two studios available, process studio and the other one is object studio. So by both of the studios you can create either the processes. With the process studio you can create the processes, and with the object studio you can create the objects. So as you can see, I have created a number of processes and objects as well, right? Now if you want to create any process, you can just right click on the processes tab and you can create a group, right? So you can differentiate bit among different processes. I've named them as test group, and then if I right click on this test group and I can click on create process, then I will have to give a name, test process, click next, and if you want to give a description, you can give it, just click finish. So as you can see, we have our test process been created. If you double click on it, you will be offered this, and these are all the options and the toolbar itself. Now same goes for the object. If you want to create an object, you can create a group, or you can even create the object directly without even creating a prop folder or the group. Just right click on it, create object, name it as something, for example test object, click next, and you can also check this open business object checkbox and just click finish, and it will just offer you the object studio. So these are all the tools available for the object studio, which we will discuss in the later part of this series. So this is about the studio. Let's see few things about the control room now. Now if you would go to the control room from the third option on the top, you will be offered this screen. So there we have multiple different things to control. On the left bar, you will have this control management, session management, queue management, active queue, scheduler and all. In the center, you have the available processes. On the right, you have the available resources. And on the bottom part, you have all the sessions that we have that has ran on multiple different resources. And you can filter it on the basis of today or last 24 hours or something like that. Now on the left, as I've mentioned, we have multiple options. For example, session management, queue management. Queue management is where we can handle all the queues, and active queues is similar topic. So we'll cover that later on. Then you have schedulers, reports, timetables, schedules, retired schedules, and data gateways. So these are all the things that we will discuss in the later part of this series. In the analytics tab, we again do have the dashboard available. From here, we can create our custom dashboards, or we can see the different dashboards that are already created. By right clicking on it, you can create a personal dashboard, click on tile library, and you can just drag and drop the tiles that you want. As you can see, we can add different tiles over here. Now if we would talk about the releases section, with the release you can create a release, basically the packages of all the individual components or the dependencies of a process, which we can further deploy it on different environments. For example, if you are working on a development environment and you want it to be deployed onto the production environment, what you can do is just simply create a release file for all the components that you have here for your process, you can just pack them up and create a package, and we can just simply deploy that onto the production or the UAT environment. So that is about the releases. And about the digital exchange, if you click on it, you will be offered this web page, and here you can search for different assets that Blueprism has to offer, or the Blueprism community has to offer, right? These are the basically the extra add-ons that we can add on to our Blueprism. Now if we would go back to the system tab, so there basically you have a lot of options for the processes, objects, and other things as well. So under the processes section, you have exposure, management history, exceptions type, and environment variables, and same goes for the object. So we can manage different things from here itself. Then you can also create different resource pools. For example, if you are having multiple resources or the virtual machines on which you can run different processes out, you can manage them. Then you have the workflow where you can create multiple work queues or the environment logs, or you can manage the environment logs. Then we have different security options as well. For example, user role, sign-on settings, credentials, and the encryption schemes. Then again, we have the different loggings available. For example, the audit logs, process logs, object logs, statistics, and other things as well. Now for the system, you have the settings. You can change or play around with the settings. Then we have timeouts. These are the default timeouts that we have. Then we have the license. You can manage your license from here. And then we have the archiving of the data of Blueprism. Then we have scheduler, calendar, fonts, reporting, and a lot of things as well. So this is basically an overview of the Blueprism's components that we have. So we have 7 components: home, studio, control, analytics, release, digital exchange, and system. So in the my profile section, you can change your password and log yourself out of Blueprism. So these are the 2 options available. So this is the basic introduction of the components of Blueprism. Request you to like this video if you like this, and please do subscribe in case if you want to see more videos on this Blueprism series. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.